Greetings YouTube, this is Beanie here. I just got my Radions XR30W LED light fixtures in. This is by Ecotech Marine and their hanging kit. I'm actually pretty excited. Been pretty much doing research for the past year and a half or so on these LEDs thanks to Mr. Saltwater Tank and New York Silo, and a little prop out to LA Fish Guys as well for helping me keep up my tank. 90-gallon tank, so I needed two, and I also picked up a new Canopy also, which I'm also pretty excited about too, but I'm a little afraid because I've never had a Canopy over my tank and it's pretty heavy, so I'm gonna be needing some help putting it together. Anyway, what I wanted to show you guys, because when I was doing my research, I did not find too much help on installing these LEDs to a canopy. I saw one forum where it showed how they did it, but it was hard to tell what kind of detail was put into the whole setup. So I was hoping to do that here on YouTube tonight. Anyway, I'm not going to do the unboxing here because there's plenty of videos on that, so interest of time, I thought that'd probably be easier anyway. But hopefully once I get this all installed, I could show you the finished product, show you how I have my setup on my tank with these LEDs, which I'm really excited about again. So I will edit it here and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Good morning YouTube. I am back and I finally installed my Ecotech Radion lights and my canopy. It just looks great. I'm pretty excited about it. Took a little bit longer than I expected, just because more so of the software and running the test before I put on the tank than the actual installation itself. But that's pretty much what we're talking about anyway today. So let's go inside and take a look. I did mention that I bought the hanging kits for the Ecotechs. I went ahead and bought two, only because I think it's for myself anyway. It would be easier to run maintenance on the lights one at a time instead of having to take down the entire structure. As you've probably seen, most of the applications online have shown one hanging kit for two, using a do-it-yourself bracket for both lights. I didn't really like that model just because, like I said, it'd be easier to run maintenance on one than taking down both. So if we can get inside here, you can see the hanging kit there. Let's get some focus here. Hanging kit works great. It's just hanging cables that you can get in any hardware store. But what I like is the hardware that comes with it, and it looks really clean up top. One thing that I will mention is that Ecotech does not provide the screws that will go into the mounting surface, which in my case is wood. But that kind of makes sense because they don't know if you're going to be hanging your lamps off of the ceiling, which is probably drywall or a stud, or in my case, like I said, wood here in my canopy. So it was a little inconvenient just to run to the hardware store late at night last night, but definitely well worth it, I think. It takes 3/4 inch screws, the hole that fits into the hanging bulb. So make sure you're picking up the right screws. It took me a little while to find the right ones, and the ones that won't rust, and the ones that'll go into wood. So that took a little time also. You'll also see while I was at the hardware store, I went ahead and picked up some cable clamps just to make it a little cleaner in the back and hanging over the tank. The cable clips are definitely not permanent. I could take them in and out if I need to do maintenance and whatnot, but again, just makes it very clean when working with the tank. Also, like I mentioned, it's not permanent, so there's a lot of slack that I can fiddle with just in case I need more room or need to move the power boxes around, which are inside my stand, which is basically where everybody's going to put theirs, I presume. I also have access to the top buttons if I want to change the cycle and lightings and whatnot. So I was worried about that too. I forgot that the buttons were on the top of the structure, top of the unit. And because I programmed them already, they pretty much talk to each other wirelessly. Hopefully one day they can be run from the computer or iPhone or smartphone or whatever wirelessly also. But for now, I think I need to put it into the USB unit here, which has a rubber cap on it, which is great. But I just need to use one USB and it'll control all the lights. You've probably seen all the videos on that too. The other thing that you'll notice inside my canopy here is I went ahead and got my glass covers out of my storage, and I kept them dirty, except for the insides, of course, because that's clean. Wipe them down. I got the glass covers back out just because they're new lights. I need to acclimate my coral and fish. Gives plenty of space and room to use them, but these are the only filters that I have to filter the lights while over the next couple weeks while the fish and coral are getting acclimated. I'll eventually take them down just because I like the cleaner look. Let's see. The other thing that I'll mention is that they do provide you plenty of cabling, so definitely you can hang it from the ceiling. But like I said, this is my goal, to put it in the canopy, an open vent canopy, of course. But they recommended that you hang your unit 8 to 12 inches above the water, surface of the water. So there was a lot of measuring. There's a lot of pencil marks all over this canopy, just to get the measurements right of, about 12 inches here, but this is only about 9 inches, which is just about where I wanted it to be. The other thing, wow, it's a little warm. The other thing that I wanted to mention is, speaking about it being warm, is that the temperature in the tank has dramatically dropped about 4 degrees. And I could show you that really quickly. It used to run around 82 degrees, which I kept thinking it was really warm. But I was always concerned about that. Some focus there. So it's around 78 degrees, which is much better in my opinion. But your different tanks have different personalities. So, speaking about personalities, if anybody could give me a tip on mounting the Ecotech pumps and keeping them, because they keep wanting to come off the glass. I've wiped them down so many times, and I always have to replace the stickers. But anyway, leave a comment. But the rest of the tank looks great. Everybody's awake now, enjoying the lights. Getting them tight there to my star right there. My rose anemone. Anyway, what used to be over the tank were my T5s. Let me give some props to that actually a little bit. My T5 Aqualives. I had the 6-bulb version. Let's get some lighting here. 6-bulb version. Well, it's still a little dark. Well, it won't be here long anyway. I love this unit. It served me very well over the past year or so. Bulbs are tight, were really bright, and definitely shot a lot of light into the tank. I got the 6-bulb version, but the only, I guess, issue that I had was that the unit itself is just so huge. Again, 6-light version covered basically the entire surface of my tank, which made it a little bit difficult to do maintenance on the tank and even feedings, just because it was so wide across the tank. Before I go, just wanted to get one quick shout out to my best friend, Mark L. Skilo. He came over last night around midnight just to help me put the canopy over the tank. Like I said, the canopy is a little bit heavy, but it looks great, and it's built for tanks anyway. But I tried to do it myself because I was uber excited, and found that I couldn't see where I was going, and I didn't want to lift it up with my 2 Radions in it and then drop anything, just because it is quite a bit heavy. So definitely use safety first and get a friend. Speaking of friends, my good dog here is being a good dog. Anyway, back to the night. So, hope this was informative. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave a comment. And I'll get to it as soon as I can. And thanks for watching. Beanie, signing out.